La 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 lattes were a. La 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 lattes were a. La 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 lattes were a. La 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 lattes were a. I'm feeling good. Y'all feeling good? I'm feeling good. Wait a minute. Hold up. Before you do anything else, now that you stepped into the building, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Right. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell another friend to tell another friend. You know how I always say it. But yeah, how y'all doing on this Thinking Thursday? That's what I'm going to call it, a Thinking Thursday. Yes. If you're wondering what this is ice. Snow. Mind your business. That's what I felt for. That's what I got. Sis got the whole blender with her. She got the whole blender with her. Yes, sir. In the words of CJ, how you be like, yes, sir. Yeah, like that. That's what this ice is right now. Definitely what's up. What we gonna talk about today? I know what I want to talk about. Let's talk about trying to have a relationship in 2022. Lordy B, Lordy B, Lordy B, Lordy B. First of all, I had to pause it for a second because my cat was acting like he was on crack. But yeah. Back to these relationships in 2022. Let's get into it. Half of some people, we're going to decipher. First of all, this is not a woman thing. This is not a man thing. This is a both. Okay? This is not, how can I say, directed towards one sex. This has to do towards all. Because at this point, it's just ridiculous. Niggas gonna start ordering husbands and wives like they order $3, what are them shits called? $3 bundle meals at McDonald's. Yeah, niggas relationships be like $3 bundle meals. And I say that due to the fact that a lot of people ain't even in the relationships that they want to be in. Some people be in relationships just because it's comfortable to be with somebody. So now what we're gonna do is, and some people actually have relationships that can withstand the test of time. Because what I want you to know before we even get any further into this video, there's no hate. Hopefully some people can just relate to how I feel, and hopefully we could share some point of views. Put down in the comments at any point in time if you agree with what it is that I say, if you disagree with what it is that I say, because everybody is entitled to what? Their own opinion. And that's what you getting here, my opinion. So here we go. We're going to go on some good man versus good D, and some good woman versus just good P. Because there's in and outs to this. And some people mistake one thing for the other. And you wind up settling into situations that you're not supposed to be in. Some things are just for the season or for the reason, whatever the cause may be at that point, or whatever it's for at that point. Everything ain't forever. And the ones that are forever will be forever. And you can't force forever if it's not within the right and for it to be forever. But anyway, let's get into this. I'm going to do some good versus whatever you want to call it. How can I say? Good person versus just good sex partner. Let's do that. Right. A person that puts into you, good, great. A person that just want to put it in you or put it on you, that's that. That's just good sex. Right. A person that gives encouragement, that's good. That's good. versus a person that gives insecurities. You see where I'm going with this? A person that restores and reiterates trust versus a person that removes trust. All trust, go on. Feel like you can't trust nobody. You know, one of them ladies you done been up, down, around, can't trust shit. Right. One of those. A person that's a great time all around versus somebody that's just looking for a good time for the now. You know, some shit that you don't see it. Some people try to force longevity, and the other party in the situation is just looking or comfortable with what they got going on for the moment. They ain't even seeing no future in it. So that's automatic friction, because do you see a person that's a great time all the way around versus a person that's just looking for a good time right now. Okay, we going because I'm still going. Yes, a person that's independent versus a person that's undependable. Regardless to, it ain't even got, see, because this has nothing to do with finance. I didn't bring anything about money into this situation, because that's where a lot of relationships fail as well. Because if a relationship is built on what another person has, it already has failed. Do you understand? Me personally, even going into somebody or oh Lord, did you hear going into somebody? No, I ain't got one of those. But even going into it or going into a situation with someone, I would always want to have something of my own. What we can gain together or how we can grow together is what shows the strength within the relationship. It's not about what I got, and it's not about what you got. It's about what we got together. Because some people get it twisted. Teamwork is teamwork. Because sometimes people go, oh, she got more money, he got more money. It don't matter who got more money when you become a team. Because when you become a team, it's about working together. Your riches might be within the knowledge, whereas my riches might just be within the dollar. But when you bring knowledge and money together, you make more money, right? And now you have a person that has money that also has knowledge. And now you have two people that are financially stable while being knowledgeable. I think that went right. You follow me. You got where I'm going. First, let's get back into this verses though, because I'm going. How about a person that builds your mental versus a person that makes you mental? Because, woo, child. Hold on, let me get some ice because this is hot. When you feel you love somebody, they will have you doing some shit you ain't never did, feeling some shit, excuse my French, you ain't never felt, and thinking some shit you ain't never thought. Because a person that's not ready to build your mental is only going to play on your mental. That's how you know they're not ready spaghetti. Because a person that's still playing on someone's mental or have time to play on a person's mental really ain't mentally there within themselves, mentally mature. I ain't said nothing about mentally stable. I don't know about if they're mentally stable or not. I ain't putting that on nobody. But sometimes they don't be. Right. Let's keep getting into it. Yeah, because I got my little notes here. Because I ain't come to play because, oh, Lord. That Zim phone, he got it on my charger. He's stealing juice. Just got busted. Wait. Yeah. Just got busted. Right. But anyway, back into my video. Distraction. ADD. You know how I do. Anyway. Another one. A person that wants to settle down with you versus a person that wants you to settle for them. That's a big one. Let's eat some more ice. It's a lot of settling going on out here. And for the ones that don't choose to settle, are made to feel like it's their fault. They're alone. Not a choice. Or they was the problem. Some people could have been the problem. But some people, it's a choice. If I'm not willing to deal with nobody's bullshit, I would rather be by myself. I have been guilty of this. I have been guilty of this. And somewhere along the line, if you ain't in the first relationship that you was in, that you first started with, and even in that relationship, some people start to settle somewhere along the line because they get older. But anyway, I've been guilty of this. Sometimes you settle in certain situations because you feel, even though it ain't what it is right at that moment, somewhere along the line, your undenying love will change this person's thought process. Now, in some cases, listen, this is gonna have to go because I don't know what type of alarms and stuff these kids be setting. Hold on, Deja, do something with that. But anyway, like I was saying, I don't know, or people feel that, don't get me wrong, love is some powerful shit. Love is some powerful shit. It is. And we all long for it. We all want it. And sometimes some people will go through some shit to feel like they getting something that's really not love in the first place. That's that settling thing. Because if you with somebody and you still feeling alone, you're settling. If you with somebody and you don't know where your shit is going, you settling. And I say that because you know how, alright, for instance, when you first met the person that you probably loved that turned into shit, yeah. You know that feeling of electricity that you felt when you first met that person that made you feel like you can do anything, be anything, and fuck anything and anybody else? Imagine having that feeling forever versus getting that feeling and it's a trick. Now you sticking around to regain that feeling, which may never come back from that person again. Like, if this was the 80s, you know, I was born in the 80s, but the reason why I say that is because, excuse my tone, but my mouth, but, you know, they would say that that's like in the crack era when motherfuckers was chasing that high that they was getting the first time or trying to get the first time, because love is a high. Love is a high. It's the ultimate high. And some people will do some shit to re-get high again. But, yeah. Anyway. before I get too far. Settling to feel like you with somebody just to say you with somebody, or settling to feel like you can magically change something, that it has to be a two-party decision, not just on you. Because honestly, I can prove a point right now. You ever been with a person or seen somebody with somebody, and or you fighting with a person to do certain shit with you or certain shit for you, and then you see a motherfucker get with somebody else, and it's all the shit that a motherfucker that you was asking for. Point being, people are going to do what and who they want to do it for. And it's not going to be a force. When a person actually is there with you, it's going to be a given. It's not going to have to be something that you ask for. Why is this or why is that? Because shit is going to tap itself in. It's not going to be something that has to be forced in. Because if you have to ask a person for certain, it's one thing if a person is not knowledgeable of something. But if a person is actually getting to know you, then the fact of you is to gain knowledge of who you are. Your likes, your dislikes, same on your end. So if a person is not trying to find those things out about you, or if they know those certain things about you and they're just choosing not to do them, let's get into the factors of you can meet a person that you ain't know from a hole in the wall, and it be electricity. You feel like you knew this person for years. Everything. That's because it's not forced. When God puts certain things within your path, meaning what's for you is going to be for you. It don't always got to be something that comes attached with history. The history could be where the misery lies. Do you understand? That's where I say separate. Sometimes, sometimes some people only can do one thing together good, and that is fuck. I mean, outside of that, there is no longevity in the situation, and that's the part of having a good time for now. That's the part of settling. So that's the part of not wanting to be lonely and just placing yourself with a person just to not have to be by yourself, which in the long run serves you no good purpose anyway. It starts out as a joyride. A joyride turns into a bumpy ride. A bumpy ride turns into a fucking head-on collision. Because anything that's meant does not have to be forced. You can meet somebody on the street, not saying somebody that you looking to get with. You ever met somebody on the street and y'all can physically sit there and conversate as if you knew this person for a while? You know why? Because the spirits matched. The mind state, the personalities, they clicked at that point in time to be able to have that gracious conversation, to be able to say like, wow, that person. Even sometimes you meet people within the second that you'll remember for the rest of your life. And some people you knew all your life, you wish you could forget. I think I'm going to get a t-shirt that say that. That's some real shit right there. Girl. Sha-na-na. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Whew. But anyway, you got some people that let you know that their presence is there, that they want to stick around. And remember, like I said, this is not just a one-sided conversation. This doesn't have to do with male, female. You could be a part of the LBGQFTMP LMNO. Whatever. No disrespect. But I'm born in 79. The new stuff, I really ain't get with. I'm sorry. But yeah, you get my point. Anyway, somebody that wants you to be there forever, they're going to let you know it. It's not going to be just when the element of when times is good, they let you know that, but also within the element of times being bad. They gonna still hold you down mentally the same way, because like I said, this ain't all about cash. It ain't. It ain't. Because there's other ways for a person to give you security other than what comes out of their pocket. Some people can make you secure or feel secure in a whole lot of other ways. And that is another reason in 2022 why relationships is doing what they do. Because a person is classified by what they have instead of who they actually are. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and fuck with no bum ass nigga or no bum ass bitch. And you can have money and still be a bum ass nigga and a bum ass bitch, because your mind state is where the riches is actually at. Because there's people that's been rich, going broke, and got rich again. There's people that's broke and all they know how to do is stay broke. I mean, there's people that's broke and now they have money. There's people that have money and now they broke. So, we not just we throwing all brackets out there. But that's why a lot of relationships, because people sit there and they will look at other people's relationships and sit there and start dictating or demeaning the relationship that they in, or comparing to what another person has going on. Social media is some shit. They be fooling y'all. And I am not impressed. And the ones that are still impressed is damn fools. Okay, because one thing for sure and two things for certain. I mean, I gotta be honest. I was lucky when I was younger, because being hard up for money is not something that I was. So, on that note, it wasn't about, money. But some people have put themselves or will put themselves in some real crazy situations just to seem like they have money. Do you understand what I'm saying? One thing my mother always said, people will show you what it is that they want you to see, but you don't know what it is that they did for you to get that vision. Shorty could have all of this and all of that and be out there giving out mad bronze kapow pow to keep her shit lit, to make it seem like she doing something. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of entrepreneurs out here in 2022. But a lot of it, bitches, entrepreneuring tactics has to do with escorting. Okay? They value is determined by the nigga that they are laying with. And if you only fucking with a nigga because of the amount of money that he got, you're soliciting and prostituting, sis. You're an escort. You're not fucking with a person because of who they are to find out whether they have money. You're automatically jumping to the factors of a person having money. And it goes for the niggas too, because trust me, it's nigga sluts out here. It's nigga Vicks out here using they dick to get a chick, whatever. It goes, like I said, it's both ways. I'm not on some woman. I'm not on some man. I'm talking about man and woman. Talk about y'all asses both. Because it's just sickening out here. People want to live a social media lifestyle to where they don't even know how to engage in real, actual reality. Like, we didn't get to see a person's whole life before we even met them. Niggas will stalk you on social media for months and feel like they really know you. Niggas and chicks alike. Niggas will patiently feel like you arguing or with whoever you with on your whoever you social media, and hey beautiful, hey handsome. Like it's just bad. And people now feel the only way to get somebody is by how you look, to the point they got the natural bitches fighting with the BBL bitches and the non-bid niggas fucking fighting with the bid niggas, the light skin fighting with the dark skin. Everybody's a star now. Everybody's a star. But the point that I'm making, don't let what you think a person got fool you into thinking that, because that's not actually trying to go in a situation. We all got values. Okay. Because see, there's a difference than trying to be with someone that has goals. Someone that has goals versus somebody that wears gold. You know, you don't have to have goals to wear gold. You can just go to the store and buy the gold. But when you have goals, you actually have to put work in mentally to get those goals seen out. And if you're not dealing with a person that has that type of mind state, then you will become somebody's parent, teacher, somebody's guardian, whether it's a female or male. You will be in a situation where now you are either telling a person everything that needs to be done because you're doing everything that needs to be done, because you settled in a situation with a person that wasn't mentally of your capacity, and you push that to the side just to have somebody so you wouldn't be lonely. Men be out here having sex, women be out here having sex raw, and then they did find out they dislike each other after they have a baby. I mean, I ain't innocent. I probably found out I ain't like my baby father after I had the baby too. Sorry, baby father, we cool now, you know. As you watching this video. No harm, no foul, but sometimes people are better off for friends. And sometimes, most times, people mistake friendships for relationships, because lust is lust. Love is love. And once the lust is gone for some people, there's no love in it. Now you just left lusting for love. Still. So, what people gotta start to do is honestly be real with themselves. Like I said, men and women alike. Stop wasting people's time and your own. If you know you ain't ready for some shit, don't sign up for some shit that you know that you might not be ready for. And if you know that you done signed into some shit that's beneath you or not where you at, don't continue doing it. That just like don't is nothing wrong. Use that lonely time to become the person that you feel you've been trying to become for however long. Because even when you are with someone else, you have to be able to put attention into or give attention to another person. And that's why some people's happiness depends on another person. Because if you never get to know yourself, you're only going to feed off of the happiness you get while you're with or within the company of others. You don't always hate to be alone. Because who are you when you are alone? I mean, I've been guilty of this. Not knowing or being honest with myself. That's how you get caught up cheating. I done got caught cheating. I'm pretty sure some of us done got caught cheating. And if you ain't get caught cheating, then hey, lucky you. But that's because instead of me being honest with myself and another person, like, you know what? I think right now, I just need some time to figure out who I am before I can be someone to someone else. Before I can be anything to someone else. Yeah, I like that one better. But no, you try to hold on to this, right? Because this person might fulfill this purpose, and then this person might fulfill this person. So you try to put the two people together and make them one whole person, but now you all over the place because now mentally you still not happy. Versus saying, let me take this time to be by myself, not waste nobody else's time, get my shit together, and what's meant for me will always be for me. That would have kind of cut out all the boy, when I tell you, some situations can come from some But no, that's serious, and we all grown here, so let's not front. There's no future in fronting, okay? Instead of you, if you with somebody saying, you know what, we ain't together, but we could just fuck, and we could protectively fuck for the time being of us fucking. No, you want to make it seem, no, people want to make it seem like they want to be in a whole relationship. No, and the only thing y'all got in common is fucking. No future. And when you try to make it a future, you fuck it. Oh, this thing is hot. We 31 minutes into this video. But I hope, honestly, like for real, leave in the comments, because I'm not the only one that feel this way. Before, I'm at a point in my life, I'm dead ass serious. This is my left and my right hand to God. I ain't got no time for time, and no time for nobody to waste my time. That's why before you decide or I decide to do anything that's not, I'd rather be in my house minding my business, making these videos, talking to y'all, being a mother, and doing what the fuck needs to be done. Because all that extracurricular activity, I ain't got time for. Because I ain't got time for people. And people is crazy these days. And you'll meet a motherfucker one day, and you don't know what the next day might be. So to avoid that, not saying, you can't interact with people, but to just be playing games at this point, especially if you're a grown-ass person, and if you don't know what you want, don't put that weight on somebody else. Because if you don't know what you want, how's somebody else supposed to know what you want? Like, I did not get in a relationship with somebody to become psychic. Like, who does that? Who does that? Who does that? Like, who wants to be a psychic? Nobody. You don't want to have to sit there and guess, well, hey, is the person good? Is the not good? This, that, and third. No. Communication is key. You got to talk. If you agree, you agree. If you don't agree, you don't agree. But you also have to tell people what you're looking for, so that way people will know. And I'm talking about men and women, because niggas be lying on what it is that they want. Like, people still be lying to get some ass. And now that it go both ways versus being honest. You understand? And then a whole lot of pollution comes behind it where it could have been avoided. And right. So in 2022, let's start and stop. Let's start normalizing it's okay to be alone until you actually get with somebody that's a positive. Let's stop settling just because. Let's also stop watching and glamorizing or assuming what's going on in other people's relationships, because you never know. You don't know what them people doing behind their closed doors. And even if you have a little inkling, that ain't you. And what's for them may be for them, and what's you may be for you. But stop and mind your business and stop putting yourself in other people's household, because that's the problem these days. Oh, you see, you so-and-so, yeah, we show for so-and-so. Oh, yeah. He do this, that, the third for her. Oh, yeah, you see what so-and-so shorty did for. If you focused on your shit, how you got time to watch somebody else's shit? And people watch these celebrity shits like they part of the family. Like, how many people got Ari as a cousin? Like, y'all gonna see her at Thanksgiving dinner, to where y'all really feel like y'all know sis. Like, I'm just using her as an example because, you know, this generation, that's somebody that they glamorize. You know, Ari, Moneybag Yo, whatever. To the point, they feel whatever these people put on camera for them to see, that's they actual selves. Nigga, these niggas go through problems just like you do, apparently. Having money don't change the factors of looking fucking dumb. Not saying that Ari looking good. Well, if anybody want to tell her, they could tell her. Because some shit be dumb shit, and women know that they shouldn't be settling for certain shit and certain embarrassments. I've done it. Girl, I done been out crying, screaming, foaming at the mouth over a nigga, doing or listen, ready to kill, hurt, whatever, embarrassing my pure whole life. I ain't got no need to fucking front. Some people will front like they ain't. Sis, bro. Niggas done cried in the car. Don't front for me. Okay? I'm just real enough to say it. Yes, I have had situations with people where I have seen the side of myself I would never. Like, who is that bitch? Who was she? Look, she had you like that. You skinny. And I'm small enough. So anytime I'm walking around looking like that, and I ain't sick, well, stressed, because you know, sure, only thing your conscious mind could focus on is the dumb shit that possibly could be going on in that relationship at that point in time. Nothing else. Every second. Yeah. Yeah. That's not good. That's not good. If you ain't experienced, but anybody that has experienced a heartbreak, oh, that shit you feel in your soul where you ask God, somebody upstairs to heal you, just make it stop. Or I can't believe a person did XYZ to me, to who? I think I done chased the nigga car. Like, seriously. Like, I done did some shit. Like, outside of, like, nigga. When you in that realm and you're hurt due to the factors of love, you don't know how far that shit will push you. And once you look back in some situations, you have to actually say to yourself, like, nah, I can't believe that was ever me. Ever me. So whoever got that part of me, kudos to you. Because never, ever, I will never be that person again. Because if that's what it takes to have love, get love, or show love in a relationship, I don't want it. I'm good on that. I am good on that. What they got this thing out here called now? What, the bud of a rose? Girl, I'll be in my bathroom molesting myself every chance I get without an argument before I have to go through all of that. Because when you in a bad relationship, everything else around you seems bad. Seem like everything else in your life is going bad. So that's why I said, let's normalize in 2022. If some shit not for you, like, don't even play with yourself. Like, stop being dishonest with yourself. And stop dealing with people that's not worth you dealing with, or you knowing that you're not the person that this person is looking for, and trying to fill shoes that you know that you're not willing to fill at that point in time. Some bitches is not willing to be in the crib cooking no nigga dinner, because back in the days, I say back in the days when morals and there was really, you understand? I'm not saying Papa wasn't a Rolling Stone and where he laid his hat wasn't his home, was his home type shit wasn't going on, because only thing sometimes in situations that change is the date, not the actions. But what I am saying is, there was more grounded situations going on. Now, females is just much as niggas, and niggas be acting just as much as bitches. So, the roles are confused. You got bitches out in the club. You got niggas in the kitchen. Not saying niggas ain't been cooking, or niggas shouldn't know how to cook. But now, niggas have to be cooking to be independent, because all the bitches that's supposed to be in the house making a home is out in the street trying to be bad bitches. I don't want nothing that has the title bad in front of it, bro. Like, bad says it all. Bad bitch. Like, really? Really? That stands for being no fucking good. I don't want nothing as a title that starts off with bad. The only thing I ever listened to that was titled bad and I enjoyed it is Michael fucking Jackson. Anything that had a title in my life and bad was in front of it, it came with no good. No good. I don't want that for me. And hopefully you don't want that for you. And trying to be with everybody else is being, who's going to be different when all these bad bitches actually realize that being a bad bitch ain't it. And now they don't went to so far of a stint to have that bad bitch persona, to where now they just have the label no good. No good. Because, like I said, people is doing things out here to have that title bad bitch. Some people are actually working and doing whatever, however you get your money, that's you. But some people are doing some real funny bunny things for money. And that's niggas and bitches. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I was growing up, it was a little things that, you called it down low. But they used to have, it was that shit called, it was downtown Manhattan. What is that shit called, Lois? Damn. I can't even think of the name of it right now. That was like a brain stump. It's going to come to The Village. The Village. And anytime you would see a thug in the village, you automatically assume, hey, Russell's looking for Charlie. Because the same way women sleep with men for money, men sleep with men for money too. The same way women sleep with men for money, women sleep with women for money. Like, it's a whole ordeal. So don't ever get it twisted that people just automatically, Don't ever worry about what somebody else got, because you don't know what they did to get it. That's my whole point. What's for you will always be for you. Only thing you got to do is pray to that man upstairs and manifest anything that you want positive to come within your future. Your past is your past. That shit is your past for a reason. And anything that happened to you in your past that did not make you feel good, leave that shit there. Leave that shit there, because then that's taking away the blessings of your future. Because if you don't let that go, how you get into your next show? You still focused on what's going at your last scenery or your last ordeals. Some things that was within your control and some things that was not. But physically, if you know that it's not a place you want to be no more, and you're trying to elevate to a better or a higher level than where you was, then you have to realize sometimes sacrifice is what it is. You're not going to always be within the lifestyle that you choose to be able to be. And sometimes you got to make sacrifice. Sometimes you have to tune out. The same way you tune in, you have to tune out to be able to rebuild, like I said in my video from yesterday, to rebuild the person that you are. And sometimes you changing and distancing yourself have nothing to do with other people. But how you going to ever become a better version of you if you're shedding yourself thin for everybody else? How is this supposed to work? That means you're always going to be a work in progress. And if you always working on everything else, when do you actually put the work in for yourself? Or on you? Because elevating is not only within people think, oh, I get some money, that mean I elevate. No, elevation is a mental thing. Elevation has something to do with your mental, meaning that you can mentally now feel grounded as the person that you are to even be able to enjoy what it is that you have coming into your life, whether it's a person, whether it's funds, whether it's, anything that you have asked the Lord for. At that point in time, once you've done the work on you, you will actually be able to appreciate it. Because sometimes if we warring within ourselves, something good come within our path, we don't even know how to accept it because we so used to dealing with bullshit that you will push the good shit away. You know how many of us done said within our lifetime, damn, I wonder if I would have actually did this, how it would have actually played out. Maybe some people even think of it as, you know what, I ain't do that, so it wasn't meant for me to do that. But at some point in time, we all have pushed some good shit away for some bullshit to get in the way. And then you sit and you think to yourself, I told myself if I would have just made that right instead of going left, then now I actually probably would be on the center path of my goal. Because where you want progress, there is going to be some process, and sometimes the progress comes with you getting right as a person. You don't want to actually become somebody's bad groceries, bad goods, bad comment. You don't want to ultimately be of not a healthy state and actually get with someone and now you're just someone else's misery. You also want to be healthy going into a situation with someone else so you could actually enjoy the situation. Of course, you have to be smart in any situations that you deal with to where, all right, but to have to always look for red flags, that's because you're still dealing with flags that you're dealing with, and everything that another person does, you're going to be comparing it to what you've been through. That's a lot of weight. Sometimes you just got to say, you know what? I'm going to be like a fresh sheet of paper, and whatever bullshit I've been through, I'm going to let that go so I can be the person that I need to be in my life to reach the peaks that I need to reach. Because when you're walking around and you have all that unhappiness and uncertainty in you, it messes up your growth as a human being. Sometimes it puts you in a situation where you don't even know when you're going or when you're coming. Like, what am I supposed to do? Where do I start? I want to do this, but I got to do this. I want to do this, but I got to do... Like, you're all over the place. So to become grounded is to become founded. To find yourself is the best feeling of all. I'm still learning to process certain things. And I say that because learning that every action doesn't call for a reaction is sometimes hard. Especially when you deal with situations that you might be emotional or have emotion behind or feelings about, because you're going to want to be vocal so you could let a person know how you feel. But sometimes you got to sit on your feeling. You know, we all tell a person how you feel, because if you don't tell a person how you feel, sometimes you could tell a person how you feel and it's like you ain't telling them shit anyway. So sometimes you have to work on the feeling that you trying to get another person to understand. So that way another person is not able to make you feel that way. Because remember, you are in control of your own feelings. And a lot of times people say, oh, I'm like this because a person did that. I'm like this because a person did that. Never let anybody you come into contact with change you. I mean, we all start out naive and you have to learn some things, and you know, learning is growing. But just like we learn fire, hot, ooh, don't touch, people will also be burning flames. And when you touch a burning flame and you see that it's hot, sometimes us as humans, we will reach back in to continue to keep getting burned until our fingers are no longer able to touch and the arm is just fully engulfed in flames. But love yourself. That's the biggest message I could also put out there in this video. Loving yourself is the biggest thing that you can do, because loving yourself, you just will not allow certain shit to play out that will, how can I say, threaten your peace. Once you get to a certain point in life, ain't shit threatening your peace. You don't care about what this person got going on. Don't tell me what such and such got going on. I'm not involved there because I don't want to be there. When you take on the positivity of love and learning who you are, watch how good things start happening in your life. And like I said, this video was not far as just a male thing or a female thing. It was a we really need to get our shit together thing, because the values that people are standing on these days are fucking monotonous. And if you actually are raising kids and you have them growing up on these same values, that's why we are in fucking turmoil right now as it stands. People don't know how to show love because they're not getting love, so they're not giving love. So you got a whole world of angry ass people that feel like they've been taken advantage of in some type of way, and they putting their foot down. And now everybody else that they come into contact with have to take the, heat of what they possibly been through with somebody else. Nah, love yourself so you don't have to be damaged to somebody else. You would hate to get out of a situation where somebody was causing you damage, and now you get into a situation with someone and become the damaging party. And like I said, stop trying to be a bad bitch. Be yourself. Like for real. Because a bad bitch is just mean no good. Anything that come with bad in front of it, and the nigga that's still running around talking about he the nigga trying to be the nigga, that's not the nigga for you, because you ain't looking for a nigga. You looking for a grown-ass man, just like these grown-ass men is looking for a grown-ass woman. Hello? And if everybody trying to be in the mix, who actually trying to create some foundation type shit? Because people still trying to live out their youngin' days, feeling like they ain't had no childhood. So you gonna wait till you get in your 40s, your 50s. No, my skin just look good. I ain't trying to be a kid. Mind your business. Like I said, if you make it to your 40s, why would you want to reverse the time? Anywhere you at in your life, you should be proud of. Niggas ain't making it to 25 these days. At all. Like, do you really want to be an OG at 21? Because that's what seems to be going on now. For real. Like, the stories that you hearing, it don't even, like, it's hard to even watch the news. Little boy sitting in his car eating his food. Sitting in his family's car eating his food. And that's the last memory that people deserve to have of him. Because you got a bunch of ruthless ass non-family having no love for family, or people having ass people running around in the street. Like, let me just say this. Even down, please YouTube don't flag my channel for this, but I honestly want to say this. Just like, I don't understand this part. It has nothing to do with this video. It's just something, you know, that, like, far as the veterans, they send them out, fight for this country, like how I was saying, like, ooh, it can actually go. You go out into the world, like how you know you're looking for love. You go out somewhere and you defend some place, your heart, like how the veterans defend the country, right? And then they come back and they have to pay to stay. I got to pay rent for a place I protected. I have to. So now they wonder why there's so many crazy people out in the street. Because I'm not coming back to pay for shit that I saved in either. I wish the fuck I would. These streets is mine, and that's why you see so many people on the streets. These people really feel like they taking their land back at this point in time. And by the numbers of people that's out in the street, you would believe it. But if you got so many people that's out in the street that possibly, because a lot of the older ones, they do suffer from, what's that, PTSD, right? So if you got people that went across the world, right? And only thing they was seeing was seeing people arms and shit getting blowed off, head and shit getting blowed off, which is returning back into these times. Let's get back to that. And now you come back, you bring them back to New York, United States, wherever they decide to drop them off at, and they just leave. Do you know the hell they put on us? Now, I'm not saying everyone deals with this, but there's a lot of people that do deal with this. And some people that's out in the street, they choose to be. It's a choice because they refuse to pay for a place that they feel is their own. Just like right now, we in fights that ain't got shit to do with us. We worried about what Russia gonna do. Because they over here fighting with Ukraine, then Putin and this person. Everybody got a bomb. This person got a bomb. We got an old nigga. That's our weapon. An old nigga. George Beanie. Because I ain't saying no names. Because I ain't trying to. No. You know who I'm talking about. Right. Anyway. Like I said. This is your girl. La 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 latte. Coming to you from Latte's World. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers up. When I do get my first 100 subscribers, because I'm a newbie. Yes, I'm a newbie. So hopefully, with me. But I'm trying to get my subscribers up there. I want to see what that monetized life is like too. Like, and if you got any advice to help a sister push it to the limit, help me out. But yeah. This video was about these bum-ass relationships in 2022. And if anything I said that pertains to you on the good or the bad side, then hopefully if it's on the bad side, you're willing to get your shit together. Because like I said, you can have somebody that's forever or you could just have somebody that's for fucking. Either one, whatever the person chooses to be, or whoever you choose for the person to be in your life, that's you. But let's stop creating a fucking lifetime of misery or damage that could actually be unnecessary. Let's just be real enough to say we need work. And until you actually put that work in on yourself, don't be a headache for nobody else. And I'm out. La 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 lattes were a.